Morning guys, I hope you're well. So, welcome to a live stream of the Funderland Adventure Valley review by Rai. Thought I'd do one last kind of video really of the park. Not that there's much more to show to people really, now that everybody's seen it. But a few bits that have been missed so far on reviews and so on, so I thought I'd just show you around the park really. So we've got the main entrance plaza here. This started approximately 18, nearly 20 months ago basically. I was looking back at some of the screenshots the other day, and none of this was here apart from that entrance plaza and a couple of rides in the back. So on the left here, a little bit of realism. We've got a ticket booth and a park info booth. Just put some kind of railings in there to give it that demarcated look, queue line, and then park info for maps and stuff. These tulips just down the left and right hand side here, I saw a couple of builds that had been done where they graduated the colour through into another colour, and I thought, well actually that works really well with the entrance plaza, so I went that route. So why did I go Funderland? It's going to be my last mega build if I'm honest, until Planet Coaster 2 comes through, which I know nothing about obviously like everybody else, but you never know. Might come in a year or two, but I thought might as well build a little brand, so Funderland is the way I go now. So we've got the entrance plaza, not a huge amount of detail here because I wanted the view to go through to the park more than anything, but just added details. The last 6 months of building, especially the last couple of months, have been crazy with it, and the main reason being is you just walk through continuously as per the live streams, and you start to notice things that just aren't trimmed up, finished off and so forth. So it's a lot more complete to what it was than a year ago, obviously. But yep, we do have a number of Mickeys. There's 22 hidden around the park for your enjoyment. You're more than welcome to obviously upload those to the Facebook page if you remember. But yeah, so one little last minute thing I put in was this water fountain just here. Worked quite nicely, just gave it a little bit of an area. Put the barriers underground, stop people walking through it. So that worked well. So then we have the main shopping area just at the front here. We've got a little bit of a toy here, King Coaster toy game, and thought I'd put the picture behind and trim that up so it looks like it's kind of all the way through it, which works quite well. Again, the architecture, vintage, I don't know, sci-fi-esque, not sure really, but just kind of started putting it together and it worked so well over the top of the sky ride that I thought I'd incorporate the whole thing with it. So there's little bits that could be done a little bit better. I mean the queue line for instance down the bottom here and around here could have been done a bit better. A bit shocking really. But once you're in, it's all trimmed up nicely. The exit didn't work out too bad. But one thing I forgot to do when I was building this was to do the squared selected paving area, should we say. So I've got little exit signs at every exit to everything. Yeah. So this is the view. So I'm trying to remember how many areas out now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different areas, including the main theme, which obviously is this. It's just shots like that, I love it, and especially when you've got the 3 coasters going up to the right, because they do sometimes sync up, 2 in the loop, 1 up in the top, and it just looks perfect, really, really does. But yeah, so here we go. As everybody else has done, we'll go left, I think. So one of the first things I did was I put the sky ride in, and the musical swings to the left and the air balloons to the right and the carousel. That kind of gave me my sight lines for where I wanted the park to go. Sorry about my camera movement, guys. And then it just led on from there. There was numerous builds at the beginning as per the videos and the live streams. I think there's only 3 coasters that remain from the original build, which is the Runaway Mine Train, a Witch's Flight, and this Arrow coaster here. The Giga originally started at the top where Timber Trail was and came round here and so forth, and then had a huge failsafe about 5 months into the build, and lost a load of work, so I decided to put Pirates Cove in, which incorporated perfectly, and yeah, so far it's been well received, so we'll see. But it's about the views, ambient music, sounds, trim work, plants, flowers, everything. There was a little bit missed on one of the reviews I noticed down here, so I just put this hedging to cover up the gaps in the paving, to kind of bring that back in. And I've noticed I hadn't finished off this exit bit here, so I just put an extra bit of wall in and a couple of pillars, and it just sorts it out, updated the file for you all to enjoy. So yeah, so double loop-de-loop. This is kind of how I thought the park would progress throughout the year or year and a half. Hoping it wasn't going to be that long. Oh look, there's a hidden Mickey. But it was kind of going to be Six Flags-esque concrete barriers kind of look with inside structures to make it have a theme. And then I hadn't actually done a station for this till near the end, I think it was, till about November time last year, where basically I thought, what can I do with it? And I thought, well, actually it works kind of in sync with the main area theme, the main theme to the park. So I thought, well, I'll pinch this, pinch that, change the colour, bring a little bit of the colour from the entrance into here, and yeah, works out well. If you guys want any POVs, please do ask. It's not my intention tonight. Well, I might do. Great view. Absolutely love this view, especially at night time. It looks stunning. And the thing I really enjoyed, about this park was trying to hide the height of the coasters, because they are big, as you can tell by the Giga. But it was just literally putting them so they just pop over the top, sorry, amongst all the scenery and so forth at most angles, not all, but most. But it's just little bits of theme, you know. I mean, that view there with Enterprise coming up, or the Collider, and then you've got the musical swingers to the left with the ambient music. You've got the right, you've got all the water coming through with the castle music coming in from the fantasy area. It just pops. And then we've got the stalagmites just down here, upside down, just to create little stepping stones. I know they go through the coaster, but it's just to give that story. Again with the water wheel, just all nicely dressed. As I always say, detail, detail, detail. And there's loads of bits I've missed in this park, and I could have done more, but at the minute I think I'm running at about 15 FPS. So if I'd have done a bit more myself, it would have been unplayable for me. And then it would have been unplayable for a lot of other people. So I wanted to keep all that down. But again, it's the views just as sunset starts to come in. I mean, put that down on the lake. It just looks insane. I had to do that, guys, sorry. just looks amazing. I love it. But yeah, would I say it's a realism park? I would say I've created it where it potentially could be done in real life. I don't know. I mean, all the coasters are fairly realistic when it comes to the G's and so forth and their designs. Can't think of anything that isn't really. But it's little bits like this as well, with the coloured smoke or fog just over the little bits of water just here as well, with the butterflies flying around. It's just all very scenic, and as the sun goes down it just all starts to pop. You can see the fireflies coming, fairy lights as Johnny calls it. That's the only thing I dislike about this game, is that all the reflective surfaces aren't blocked by the pieces you place. But anyway, a couple of other bits tidied up as well. I haven't done the entrances and exit doors here, so I've just put these rocks down just to kind of cover them up and make it look suited. But enjoyed this one, enjoyed putting this in. Because the original design for the coaster that actually had that in, so there wasn't any changes to that at all, and I just placed this underneath and it worked perfectly. I've always say one major downside to this park for me personally is just the way I've done my exits and entrances on a couple of them. A couple of the rides, they're a little bit higgledy-piggledy. Get that shot again, and as opposed to, it's perfect. So yeah, one thing I do with my builds is always look at the angles, see what's in view all the time from all 360 views really. Obviously not there with the trees, they were there for a reason. But yeah, that's kind of the only high point you look really at the coasters, to be honest with you, is down here. There you go. So, space drop, one of my favourites. I enjoyed making that, and again, there could still be so much more to it that could be done. Hello. Coasters everywhere, absolutely love it. Where are we? So yeah, just again little bits of detail here, full rock work, foliage, plants. This tree is a little bit different to everything else obviously, but there is a reason for that. I couldn't figure out how I wanted to cover up this path, or queue line should I say, so I just didn't know what to use, and everything I kind of picked, I didn't want to use any more theme maker toolkit. It just downs the FPS. So I thought, you know what, let's have a look at what we got tree wise. Lo and behold, a lovely one with a massive apron on it, which covers up the whole queue line, so they're in the shade. Plus, you can put a couple of lights under there, so it worked perfectly. Where are we? Space drop. Yeah, there are a few bits that I just want to show you in the space drop. Just again, need to do night mode. Bear with me, guys. Sorry, my FPS is a little bit slow. So, pure night ride. There's nothing else to this. Lovely rainbow. And as we come through, you get this lovely view here of the coasters when they come through when you're queuing up. Not a lot of people have noticed that in the reviews, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, there goes one. And he just literally flies through, but it's just nice to have. Oh, my camera skills could be a bit better. Just very Space Mountain-esque. I tried to make this over in Florida. And then again, they have kind of these domed windows, kind of at waist height, should we say, that you kind of look into, and it looks like you're looking out to space. And I kind of tried to recreate that with this. And as we come down again, another view out here, a little bit more of a view of the coasters when they come in. Back into the airlock, there you go. So again, just as a cue, station area, I would say it's a bit bland, it's covered, it's sci-fi, it works perfectly, it's all about lighting for me, and that's kind of how I wanted it to look. And then again, we've got a lovely big window out just out here, looking out to space. And then I kind of like how seamless this is as well at night time, as you kind of come through and you're leaving the ride and then you pop back out. Yes, yeah. Where are we? Let's do AM. So there's a couple of little bits people have missed. So in here, just got a sleeping dragon. Nothing major. Sleeping dragon on his hay, just chilling. Little Easter egg. It's a little thing for Blanco. And then I've had to put no entry down here because technically that's not a walkthrough, that's just purely an exit only. And again, as I was saying a little while ago, just how I done my exits. And so we do have toilets and everything around here. Potentially, this could be a whole working park. If you wanted to put it into a scenario, I would probably hazard a guess the only thing you'd need to do would be to put a staff room up here somewhere. But apart from that, I mean, it's got hotels, it's got restaurants. I know the hotels aren't done as buildings, but they're underground. They are there, and they are used. So I put in my description that this kind of pushed me a little bit in respect of what I've done in the past and what I haven't done really. Space sci-fi I'd never done before, and that was all fresh to me. Castle Ruins I had done, and I really enjoyed it on this one. It worked really, really well. Spooky, I'd done a couple of entrances, but I'd never done a ride. Western, I'd tinkered with, but never publicised anything. But I just love the views. Yeah, it's just all about this single ride, this one. You get a little bit in the background of the swing and the bigger. It just works. And people have commented that I don't have safety nets up there. Didn't look right. I didn't want them there. And then a great view here when that goes through the Cobra Roll. There you go. Just coming in. Toilets. Great little view spot here actually as that coaster comes around. It's just about to. There you go. I've just tried to get as much detail as I can so that everybody could enjoy it. To be fair, I could have done something better with the top of those. But it's these with the swords. I didn't have them on there. I didn't have that sword there. I just had that. Didn't have that. And I just put those in with a little bit of ivy, and it just kind of all put it together. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Where are we? What do you call them? Block station stairways. There you go. But there's a lot I haven't detailed, so you can see through little snippets where there's no bushes, rocks and trees and stuff, because what I've tried to do, again, just to keep the piece count down. Hi Supernovi, how are you, sir? To keep the piece count down is purely only do what you can see from eye level. And I know obviously up here you can still see a bit of bland rock. But it was just purely to keep the piece count down so I could enjoy it and a lot more people could. Hey Phantom, how are you, man? It's nice to see you guys. Haven't seen you guys in a while. Just doing one last kind of video stroke stream of Funderland. Just showing everybody around the little bits that people may have missed. You just got food courts, they do the job, and then again, you just got this little view area here. Just coasters going through. And the reason why they all have glazed roofs is so that you can see all the coasters as they go around, basically. No matter where you are, you've got coasters coming pretty much in every view. There you go, look at that. And I think that's cool. I like that. Cheers, Sue. Where are we? Little bits I did just before I finished as well. I know it sounds silly, but I just put these red bits down the bottom here just to tie in the red, the blue and the grey look, and on all the stairways, and it worked really well. Castle Ruins, I love this area. It's not hidden, but it just works perfectly between the sci-fi, the standard theme, the western and the ghost area, just because they all entwine with each other to a degree, and it just works perfectly. I'm okay, really good at the minute, on the up, which is good. So where are we? So Castle Ruins, yeah. So as we go down, yeah, this was funny, these arches. I didn't figure these out until 2 days before I uploaded the park, and I only put 2 of them in, but I totally didn't realise I had them in the game. So I made them look all wrecked, kind of, you know, ruiny, and they fit the scene so well. And again, just I love the views, and I know I built it and I know I did it, but there's a lot of people I've watched over the years, Yuri, Wix, you know, I'm a major fan of the Channel 5 and community and a part of it. obviously with my builds, and it's just little bits that you see, you pick up, and you implement, and you actually, you know, you just experiment and you play. You know, every station is covered apart from the gates because obviously they move. I just, yeah, try to cover absolutely everything. I've color coded all the workers to their rides, should we say. It's pretty obvious, but again, some great views here. Those swings just, they look amazing at night time. I'll once we get round in the day, I'll do a quick nighttime walk around. If anybody wants a ride of anything, just let me know and we can jump aboard and have a go. But then as we come back up to the food court area, we've got the shop tower just here. And I really didn't know what to do. I didn't want to do something unrealistic. I didn't want to have something massive in the middle there. You know, I could have done a massive tower from the castle ruins, but I just thought it wouldn't have looked right. So I didn't go that route with it. I kind of went with the food court / entrance, and the main reason being was because of the sky ride. And the sky ride just brings all that together, and it just breaks up everything around here, but also seamlessly brings it all through again to me. So then this is where things go a little bit awry. I had an issue with the paving. Now the problem was I didn't realize this. I don't know what happened because everything was fine, and then I put the queue line in for this and I don't think I noticed that it done something. Anyway, for about 2 months on and off I was trying to sort it out, and there is no physical way of me being able to get the same path layout and have that gone. So I had to leave it. I tried putting steps in, all sorts, but then the people were walking through it, it didn't look right. Sky ride, let's ride that. Day or night? Day or night, Super? This is all finished now, Super. All finished, mate. I'll put the link is 2 seconds. 2 seconds, mate. Let me just grab the link for it, guys. And I'll just put you on this whilst I'm grabbing the link. 2 seconds. Sorry. What? Really? Ah. There we are. Right. There we go. Right from the beginning. So just a little go on this. I'm just trying to find. 2 seconds, guys. Super. That video has the link in the description, mate, for the park if you want to download it. You're more than welcome. I think about 1,300 people so far have enjoyed it. So it's fully finished now. All done. Nearly 2 years of work. Probably people would say there's more to do, and I would agree, but it's piece count and I want people to enjoy it, as I keep saying. There you go, Soup. So what I'll do is I'll just put it into night mode and we'll go back the other way at night time for you, sir. So you get, you just missed the coast. Well, we just missed the coaster. But you get some good views there. There's some great views of the spooky area. Got one going up the lift hill, and again you get the cobra roll of the Witch's Flight. Yep. And then you also get to see, well, a little bit of the Running Mine train come through the trees there. So, again, glazed roof, and that's the reason, guys. And you got the shop tower. I love the moon in this game. Sorry. There's a couple of views on a Giga Coaster and the Witch's Flight where you head straight at the moon, and it's just great. Where are we? So yeah, we got Westworld, Mine Mayhem, coaster was called in the end. Labelled Rise Mining Company from Dan's theme park. And for those who watch live streams, yes, pretty much every single support on that was hand placed. Only in the straight sections was there any duplication where you could do it. But yeah. I love that. And this view here is just spectacular. Love it. So we'll head back over to the other station now. Where are we? There we are. And we'll go back into... Actually, we'll keep it in night mode. And reason being is we are coming up to... Actually, no, we'll do day mode. Main reason being is you get to see the difference. So, there we are. So, we've got Ghost. Now, what I should have done, and I was actually thinking about this last night when I was going to sleep, as sad as that may sound, but what I should have done was done the queue from this end, and then done the exit going the other way. But, big oversight there, because what I wanted to do, excuse me, have the queue line going through the track, so which could have done there, but it wasn't as exciting. So I purposely did it the other way for a reason. To the right, restaurant, and what I've done is I've relabeled them as rest areas because people have gone, well, where's the hotel? Where's all the windows? Where's everything? So I've relabeled them as rest areas. And the people want hotel is they're all there, but they're underground. I didn't piece count, guys. Windows on the walls and stuff like that, but yeah. So then, this is actually still quite atmospheric. The ghost haunted area, should I say? Little random bits as you come up. You know, every now and then you'll get a wolf howl and stuff like that, and it just sounds great. Again, Giga in the background, Giga in the foreground. And then, I just love this. I love it. So we've got free fall, which is a double drop tower. So it drops twice, but it does give some amazing views of the park. And I tried to do this the best I could with minimal pieces. So everything is boarded out, everything is strutted. I just didn't put angle struts and stuff like that through the queue lines. As we get into the down here, yes, it seems a bit strange that this is underground and it's but basically it's a storage area for the workshop upstairs. So you kind of got all your wood, your boxes, your logs, your spades, your pickaxes, your saws, all the stuff you need to do a workshop basically. So I thought, well, we'll put it downstairs. And then we have this. So I'll show you a couple of just a quick view on this, guys, because this shows the park. Which means the other one will be shooting out there in a second, I think. There you go. Until I've spent too long on this part. There's the Woody going around. So yeah, works nicely. It does look even better at night time, I'm going to be honest with you. But then here we are, so still all boarded out, little bits of decoration, nothing major. And then we come up the exit up the top here, which is perfect because then that brings us into Timber Trail. And then, you know, the thought, it's actually laid out okay if you do free fall first, Timber Trail, then Ghost, because you end up at the bottom once you finish Ghost. So yeah, a little bit of a natural rock area around here. This is a coffee chill out kind of feel. Got water and churros over here. And we've got great looking. This actually was my own personal blueprint. Very lower on piece count, should I say. But a lot more detail put into this now. A lot more detail. and we have a little kind of wooden workshop just in here. So we've got planks at the top, log beams, stacked planks of wood, saws, spare ones, lifty hangers, and then what I also did here was put 2 half pieces, tilted one, and then you got the Mayan adventure saw just popping up and down here, and then what are these rose bushes just coloured yellow to look like sawdust. And only one person has noticed it yet so far in the reviews. I can only imagine people that have downloaded it have enjoyed it. But then you've got a broom to mop up the sawdust. Kind of just got an anvil there, which is a little bit out of place, but then it all works. All in-game pieces, which is really nice. And then we kind of got another saw bit over here, just chopping up some wood. Obviously you can't get the wood to move, so it's a little bit difficult to make it look as though it's doing something. And then, where was I? Yeah, nighttime looks amazing. We'll have a quick scan through things afterwards, but skylights in the roof, they are glazed. And then just this one log beam here, well 2. I did want to put them vertically, but the problem was they go through the floor because they're so long. They're a bit of a nightmare. So just storage boxes up here, and yep, planks of wood, some saws, you know, just what you'd find in the workshop really. Not that you would find that size stuff, I don't know. I haven't been in a wood workshop, but it just fits all right with the general theme of the ride. I didn't know what theme it was, and again, piece count, just trying to make it look simple really, and I thought, well, it goes off out into the sticks. Let's do it as a timber, the wood for the park basically. So as you can see, they float into the building and then done. So yeah, then we have Ghost, and I am going to go into night mode for this one, guys, because we will do a ride with this, because I love this Ghost set. I absolutely adore this Ghost set. So yeah, we've got the entrance here, which I think looks great. Very simple, very plain. Just to let you guys know how to do this ghosting effect, if you don't know already. Who knows? Anybody know? Just waiting for your comments, guys, if you know. Basically, use the colorable fire and turn everything to black, which makes it clear. And then you can rotate them on their sides, and basically it gives that flame effect. Which, yeah, again, it's just something, as you can see, there's a teeny weeny bit of smoke, black smoke just coming out there. So basically, super, just behind here somewhere. Nope. This one. There we go. So basically, pull that out. And as you see, it's just colorable fire. And then if I just back out this, and then you see they're all black. So if we were to change fire to red, there you go, you got red. Alright. So if it's all black, as you can see, and if I just back those up, there you go. You then got the Mistian effect, or the hazy effect, should I say. But yeah, something I learned from someone else's park. Not the Steam Phantom. But that works really well. It also works well for trying to do ghosts, if you know what I mean, when you've got a totally black room. If you get the animatronics, you can put that in front of them and put like a light that flashes on them. And it really does look quite neat, but you have to get it right. So yeah, great views here. Sorry about the frame count, guys. FPS is dying a bit this end. I think it's because I'm streaming. But yeah, you've got some amazing views. Typical. Here they come. And there's the Giga. So yeah, entrance. Couple of Thingmaker Toolkit statues just there. They do have pounding heartbeats in them. Put a couple of bats up, you know, just give it that feel. And there you go, there's the moon. I love it. I love it. This works so well. Upside down crosses. You'll see devil. Not that I'm into any of that, but I was asked to do that. I don't download images and... what's going on here? I don't upload images to Google Drive, so I just put the kind of background with the spider on for the dance thingy. Where else are we? Roof. I love this look in here. I think it's just a elegant kind of look to it. Does it really well. They don't clip too much through the barriers. We've got a sleepy skeleton just here. First sleep reading. This one's about to read, giving you a wave. These two are just chilling and waving at you, and yeah, they are all slightly different. The arms are out, the heads are different angles, so forth, so they are slightly different. So yeah, that's well. So let's have a POV on this. No, you're more than welcome, Super. I stole it. I wouldn't say stealing it. Borrowed somebody's technique. There you go. I think that's the way to look at it. Spoiler. There we go, guys. So I'm going to leave it in seat view. I only build my coasters in seat view, so the smoothness and stuff like that should be okay. Yes, it gets enhanced on track view, but I prefer the view you get from seat. So I hope you enjoy Ghost, guys. So what do you think then, guys? Did you like? That tunnel, Super. Which tunnel, mate? And then there's the exit. So yeah, that's where I failed a little bit, obviously, with the exit being here. But the other way around, if I'd have had the exit up the top there, you would have gone in here, up there, or you would have gone to those first and then had to come all the way back down. So either way, incredible. Thank you, my man. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Because if you go back through the live streams, I don't know, 7-8 months ago, in the playlist, you'll see I built that coaster and I just left it. And I think I put the main mansion on there, this bit just here, which looks very different now. And then the rest of it I just left. I didn't have an idea at all what to do with it, where to go with it. I put this mausoleum at the top here. I then changed the way I did the track and made it go through a graveyard, to give it that slow kind of slight dark ride feel. But yeah, that tunnel, I wanted to do that tunnel on all of them, on all the bits going underground. But because they turn, it made it so difficult to be able to make it look good in respect of having it at an angle and going through, because the pieces are so large. If they were like 1 or maybe 2 meter pieces, as in the cobblestone at the bottom, just down the bottom here, it would have made it a lot easier. But the nice thing is this is just completely straight, so it was easy just to kind of bend it around, if you know what I mean. Where the others, I did try and start doing it here, I think, yeah, but because they bent round, it just didn't look right. So I then went with the dark stalagnite kind of look through the other side as well. But I just think I think it works really well. You guys seem to think as well. But yeah, that tunnel, just to show you, mate. There she is. So it's basically just, I had to do everything separately, I think. I can't remember. I think I did, yeah, I did these ones separately. Because even when you tried to, how can I put it, group them together, when you do a group together and then copy, when you've changed the angle, it changes the axis and it's hard to move them. So it's actually easier to do one row and then just basically work on each one across, if you know what I mean. Sounds strange. These ones weren't so bad, but what I had to do with this one was have one at a normal kind of flat horizontal up the top here, and then just copy paste and put them in place as I went. But yeah, the purple light is crazy because that's done with the Chinese lanterns, but it just gives the perfect light for what I wanted. And if you like that tunnel, so you'll love, where is it? Where's the Giga? You'll love this tunnel, dude. It's the other way around, so you kind of got the lava look at the bottom. It looks better coming the other way. There you go. There you go, Soup. What do you rent to that tunnel, mate? I think maybe I prefer the other one. But this tunnel gave me the inspiration for the other one. So yeah. So that was Ghost. So then as we make our way back down, all the way down here, in hindsight, what I should have done early on was put the Skyride station up the back here, but I didn't. Don't know why. No, I do know why. I had no intention of coming up the back here. I was just working off the lake like I did with the original Funderland. With the original Funderland. And then we had an extension put in, which was the Coast Ride and that. I had, a little while back, decided to do a Mayan area. But again, I was conscious of piece count, so that never kind of made it into the park. So we'll just go back to daytime. 2 minutes, guys. Sorry about my dodgy camera work and controls. I don't know how I build half the time. But yeah, Castle Swing looks right. Bumps, I've laid these out all at the same position, same angle, same side, same everything, just laid them out. And then I spent about a good hour adjusting pretty much every single one. The only thing I didn't do was bend them the other way for some reason. It sounds strange and nerdy, but it's stuff like that make the game look the way it does once it's finished. And again with these struts, if anyone's been following the actual build, how many times did I say, right, Western build, we'll get these struts done, and literally I did hand place pretty much every single strut, pretty much. And it come out just how I wanted it to. So we got water spouting over into the little pond just down the bottom here. That's quite cool, just a little feature. As the train comes out the station, comes past the actual steam train here, the bell goes off on the steam train, just little things. But it's the atmosphere I love in this one. So you've got the Western chilled out kind of vibe. Reminds me so much of Disneyland, or Disney World, Frontierland, as you walk around. Kind of got the lake to the right with Tom Sawyer Island and all that kind of stuff. And the steamboat going around it. So yeah, crazy. And a balloon ride was one of the original pieces put into the park. One of the first very few rides. And again, I hadn't themed the queue line to that until about a month before I finished. And all we did was, where you got the hot air balloon, just kind of did a landing pod for it, and kind of like getting ready for it. Piano playing in front of the shops and so forth, it just works perfectly. And then Mind Mayhem, and again you've got this music all the way through until you get on the ride. So much woodwork in here, I'd hate to think how many pieces there are. Yeah, I did my best to cover everything, basically. I mean, there's very little that doesn't look finished. If you get what I'm saying. So yeah, this is one of my personal favourites, and you do need to ride this on the front bumper. Welcome, John. Thank you. We'll just walk out of here in a little night mode, and again this is where I messed up on the exits. So again it's at the opposite end. I don't know why. I can only put it down to my hatred of the paving and the fact that I didn't think about putting it here and then coming down, as well as going the other way, because I'd already had the coastal layout done prior to concluding the entrances and exits, should I say. That layout came out of nothing, mate. There is a video on when I think it was the very first video I actually released of this park, just saying, you know, new park started, here's a series of coasters, and there's a number of coasters on there that didn't make it, but this one did. This one did make it. a couple of revisions throughout, but yeah, an amazing looking. It took time. That one coaster took over a year to fully theme and fully decide how I wanted it done. And especially when it comes over the top there, that looks great. It's a great screenshot. It's just there. And the coaster comes over the top of the shops. It just, yeah, looks great. Cheers, John. Thank you, John. Where are we? So yes, we have the entrance to the balloon ride, which is called High Flyers. And then we have the steamboat show. It's just a sign, there is no show. It is what it is. There's a little restaurant just in there. And then the unfortunate thing, paving is very difficult to put onto this boat. And the reason being is because of the height of the water. You can only have it at a certain height. So the issue I had to do the pathway walking through the wall. One, because there's no gap. And two, because I couldn't get it around either side without affecting the lake. All for this. Just a little kids machine basically. But what it does do, when the park's busy, they do come through here and they do use it, and it looks awesome. It really does look good. No worries, John. But yeah, the boat, just to quickly show you on that actually, if I delete that, you'll see what I mean. That's what you have to do to get the paving up to have something on the front of the boat. And as I was saying, that distance to that distance is the minimum you can have to the water's height. And the problem is when you come out with it raised up, you can't adjust the height properly to how you want it to sit on the boat, because I wanted the path to sit under the actual boat. So if I just back that up, you'll see what I mean. Paving's underneath the wood of the boat. So again, little bits, pain in the backside, but it was worth it in the end from my perspective. We do have some cowboys at the top here, so a little bit of a drink, a chat. Fully stacked up, covered in loads of stuff. Storages, supplies, all sorts, ornamental pieces. I put these in, a little bit of steam as well, just to power it. All the smoke pipes have smoke or steam coming out of them. A little air conditioning unit at the top there. Yeah, it's just about detailing, guys. As I've always said to any of my guys that always tune in and watch me go on and on and on and on. It's always about the layers, how you want it done, and how you want to see it done. Start with the layout. Start with the ride layout, and then start to theme how you want those done. And if you genuinely are interested in how this park come together, please do visit the playlist. That some of them are a little bit boring and a bit monotonous, and they go on and on and on. But you'll see what I mean by one thing I don't do is plan or anything like that. Literally, that's my process. I place the paving, place the rides, do the layouts, refine the coasters, make sure I'm happy with them, get them done, and then figure out where I'm going with theming. And that's really a main theme, like the entrance area, which then transpires into everything else. So again, thank you. I do try. I've never been to Europa Park, my man, but I'd love to go. Love to go to Europa Park one day. But Pirates Cove, some may like it, some may loathe it, some may hate it. I don't know. But I love it. And the reason why it's in, as I said earlier, I had a fail-safe 5 months into the build. I had a huge pirate area going on, and I just fell out of love with the entire game for about 2 months. And then the awards came, yearly awards came up for this. Came up for Channel 5 Gaming, sorry, and this basically got Pirate Build of the Year 2020. So what I did, put it in the park, I put a gem in every single big skull to kind of cover the main character of the area, which is One-Eyed Willie, and then I put a crown on top just to kind of make it a little bit more detailed, because it was Pirate Park of the Year. And I'm glad that it's inspired so many other people throughout the community to venture into pirate and enjoy it, because it comes easy to me because I enjoy building it. Basically, I wouldn't say it's shantytown-esque building. It's more kind of, you know, a styled look in respect to the way the buildings are. Obviously that's all the way through. There are slight differences to them, but they're not shanty-esque. But the main reason for this is because look at the backdrop. There was nothing behind that when I originally built this area for the mini park contest. So now having the hills, the coasters, the woodwork, the lighting, the extended track, the views, it just sits beautifully, and there's a lovely view just here. Of everything. It's just got the whole background, it just works perfectly. It really, really does. But then again, that's my view. Extended the One-Eyed Willy coaster up top section, just up top here, because obviously now I don't have it. Well, excuse me, sorry guys. Now that we don't have the restrictions to the 40/40 size, I basically put this in here, just an overbanked kind of half loop, but it just stalls a bit at the top and then comes in into the loops, half loop, power roll out into the block station, and then on to the rest. One thing that I don't think anybody has noticed yet, if you look at the top left of the screen, there's a little bit of a party going on. It's nothing major, it's just pink penguins, isn't it? There you go, ruling the roost. No one has mentioned or seen any of this yet, so if I put it out there. Also on the boat, pink penguins are attacking. The cats are hidden away. The box cats are all hidden, safe and sound. Wix and Johnny 5. I'm only messing about with you guys. It's just my appreciation for those guys for showing the support they have done for my builds. Where are we? So that's pirate area. Everybody knows, loves that bit. And then we'll come back to the steampunk area, and then we're at the entrance. So these are a little bit weird because you'll see here that this is the front of this letter. Okay, the shadowing is coming from that way, but it's still showing on here. And then when you have a look at this side, there's no shadowing. So basically whoever designed this font didn't do the thingy correctly. So you can only have them going a certain way. I know that sounds silly, but no matter what way you have them turned round, it's like one way. This side is fine because the angle of which the light's going to. I hope you kind of get what I mean. Not moaning, just stating. Where are we? Then we've got steampunk area. Some people have said it's not really steampunky. Well, it is and it isn't. It has a steampunk-esque feel to it. It's not. You know, look at that with the moon in there. I think that just looks amazing. And again, it's all about the views. So, if anybody has any questions or anything like that, ask away, because what I'm going to do is put you on one last POV with the Giga to let you really enjoy this pause. Pause. There we are. And we will go with... I'll go CV. I'm going to leave you with this, guys. So if you've got any questions, hit the sub button then, John. Much appreciated, mate. Anyway, thank you for joining. So I'm just going to leave you with this, guys. If you've got any questions or want any rides, please do ask. And after this, we'll do a couple of quick POVs. But if you've got any questions that you want to know answers to, please do let me know. And I'll let you know whatever you want. Super. I'll talk to you after the ride, mate. So super. It took 1 year and a half, just over a year and a half, to finish off, my man. And that's that. So there we go, guys. Is there anything else you'd like to see or ask me about a certain area or anything like that? Because this is probably one of the very last times I'm going to open this park. So guys, I'm going to leave you with this little sign. And if you've not downloaded, I really do hope you do. And you give it the thumbs up and you enjoy it just as much as I did building it. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit the sub button. And if you like the video and the little run through of what the park's all about, please hit the like. It'd be genuinely appreciated. Because I appreciate every single one of your time. And for everybody that has downloaded it, thank you very much for your support. I genuinely hope you've enjoyed it. And Phantom, absolute pleasure. Same to you, sir. Super. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Going to be doing a lot more reviews and stuff soon of people's parks. So I'm going to be doing some downloading, putting some bits together. Unsure whether to do them live streaming or whether to record them and put them out to you guys. I'm unsure. So we'll see. Yeah, stay safe. Be well. Be good. And happy coastering all. Speak to you all soon, and I'm signing off from Funderland Adventure Valley. See you soon, guys. Bye.